Guys, what is going on? It's John Anthony, the $1 Million Man, here with you on Drivin to the Bank, Week 5 edition. Guys, we are going very headstrong into the halfway point of the NFL season, and there are a lot of surprises, a lot of disappointments. But all I know is there is still a lot of money to be made right now, a lot of time to go. The playoffs, the Super Bowl, it's endless, but I don't want to get ahead of myself. Let's just talk about Week 4. Guys, Week 4, I really hope you checked out our episode last week and you took part in our Underdog Parlay. For those of you that do not know what that is, my Underdog Parlay is something I've been doing for 2 seasons now. I go through, and after taking a look at the favorites, the spreads, we go money line, and we take the 5 best options for you to bet on the 5 best underdogs that have the best shot of upsetting them on the money line, throwing $25 at that, and hopefully making a lot of money. Well, last week, it finally happened, guys. We hit twice last year. This is our first hit this year. Hopefully, we have many more this season. Our 5 picks won, and we were able to walk away with about $2,448 or $58 right into the bank account right after the Commanders game. Commanders were done smashing and getting it done against the Cardinals. Solidified my win. So we're really happy here over at Chair Shot Sports. It's good for us. It's great to have. And also, too, I apologize. I left my phone on. This episode is going to be a little abbreviated. I do want to apologize. It's going to be a little shorter than usual. So I hope you check this out quickly. Get back to whatever you got to do and get your bets down. The reason I want to get this out is tonight's game is one of our Underdog Parlay teams, but also, too, have a couple sicknesses in the family. Both my daughters have pneumonia. They're on medication, doing well. So, unfortunately, I wasn't able to get the top stars of the game and all that other stuff. I wanted to give you our picks for the week. We went 10-5 last week. It's our second straight week of going 10-5. There are some upsets out there, man. I'll tell you, there's definitely some teams out there that are fighting against the money lines and fighting against the spreads and getting the job done. I'll tell you that much. We're still running about 61% for the season, so hopefully we're able to get closer to 70% as we go. But let's take a look, and let's dive right into it. So this week, we got the Bucks, we got the Falcons. Right now, Atlanta's favored by 2.5. I got the Bucks here. This is our first pick in the Underdog Parlay. We'll talk about that before we're done. Mayfield's making it happen, man. If you're betting against Baker, I wouldn't, especially against the Falcons. The Falcons are doing a good job. They're playing some good D. They're getting it done on offense, but the Bucks are coming out on both sides of the ball, really surprising a lot of teams, but I don't think they're going to be a surprise this week. I think tonight they go in, they get the job done. The Bucks go over the Falcons. And again, all these picks, I'm giving you the spread, but all our picks are money line, just straight up, nothing else. Then we have the Niners and the Cardinals. Niners were able to get the win last week against the New England Patriots, looking like the Niners they should be. Obviously, no CMC probably for the next 4 or 5 weeks. Niners have a pretty big gauntlet coming up. They have the Cardinals, obviously, this week, and then they have the Seahawks. They're taking on the Chiefs in a Super Bowl rematch before hitting their bye week. I got the Niners here. They're favored by 7.5. Might be a little too much on the spread. The Arizona and San Francisco are always play each other tight, being interdivisional rivals. But I have the Niners taking this one away and getting a little 2-game winning streak going to Seattle. Then we have the Jets and the Vikings. Right now, Minnesota's over picked right now 2.5 points. I'm done. I'm done picking against the Vikings. Sam Darnold, you've convinced me. You have my vote of confidence. I'm not against them. Yes, Aaron Rodgers is on the other side of that field under center, but I'm sorry, I cannot bet against the Vikings anymore. I can't do it. So I'd have the Vikings going over here. I think it's going to be closer. 2.5 is a good estimate on the spread, but I think it might come down to a touchdown here on either side. Vikings going over there. Ravens, Bengals. Right now, Baltimore is a 2.5-point favorite. Bengals looked good last week. Got off the schneid, finally got a win. You're not stopping Jackson. You're not stopping the Ravens. I don't care if they're in Cincinnati, they're in Baltimore, or they're playing back in the backyard. Jackson gets it done. I think he becomes really mobile in this game. And that's going to be the difference and be the on that offensive side and really be the difference against the Bengals. So I have the Ravens going over here, winning against Cincinnati. Then we have the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Jags. The Jags are favored by 3. I think that has something to do with Richardson maybe not playing this week with a hip injury. But you still got Jonathan Taylor. You still got a lot of guys on offense. That defense is really coming into their own going into the mid half of the season. So I have Indianapolis winning here, going over the Jags. Dolphins Patriots. I stayed away from this game, whether it be the underdog, whatever it is, parlay. Right now, Miami's favored by 1. This is a pick 'em, guys. However you want to look at it, however you want to slice it, it's a pick 'em. This is a rarity for me. I don't do this as a hater. I just think this season is a wash for this team. I have the Patriots winning this week. Dolphins look like dog water this past Monday night. They look like they have no sense of direction. They don't know what they're doing on offense. Defense, probably keeping them in the game decently, but offensively, they have no idea what they're doing, no direction. Mike McDaniel really needs to get a hand on what's going on with the quarterback and in that entire offense. So I have the New England Patriots winning this game. Very, very close. Probably come down to a safety. And then we have the Cleveland Browns taking on the Washington Commanders. Washington is favored by 3. I'm going to take Washington. Offensively, they are looking amazing right now, coming into their own 2 straight weeks. Cleveland Browns, Deshaun, you got to figure it out, brother. You got to figure it out. I have no offense in this team. I'm sorry, no confidence in this offense or in this team. I don't. I can't. Not what I'm seeing on the field. They're putting up 14, 21 points, maybe shoddy here and there, but defensively, they're giving up too much on that side of the ball. And when it comes time for clutch time, Watson is not being the quarterback they thought they would be for the money he's being paid. So I'm going to get the Commanders here going over the Browns. Then we have the Buffalo Bills and the Houston Texans. The Texans are favored by 1.5. Guys, I'm sorry. I got to go with the Bills here. This is a gut feeling. I think Josh Allen is going to have a game with his arm, with his legs. I think he's going to make it happen. I just have a good feeling. Houston showed a couple kinks in the armor this past week. They came out with the win, had to come from behind to do it. Didn't look too great in the first half. Finally got it together. I think coming out against the Bills are going to start firing, throwing studs, opening up off the jump on the first offensive possession. So I think the Bills win going away here against Houston. Then we have the Raiders taking on the Broncos. Broncos are favored by 3. I've said it in the preseason. I've said it every week. I picked them numerous times in my parlay, and they're the reason I got smoked and didn't win. I'm telling you right now, I believe in Knicks, baby. That boy is going to figure it out. He's going to get it done, and he's going to show you why he is one of the better picks out of the draft this past year. I think he's going to win it this week. I think he's going to do a lot with his legs. He showcased that 2 weeks ago. He can definitely be on the move when he gets out in the open. I think he's going to do that this week. Throw a couple in also with his arm as well. And the defense is looking amazing as well. Showcased that against the Jets last week. They look great. So I got the Broncos winning against the Raiders. Then we look at the Green Bay Packers against the Rams. Right now, Green Bay is favored by 3.5, and I'm going to go with that. I'm going to go with the Packers straight up and take them over the Rams. 1, I don't like the Rams. 2, I hate picking the Rams. 3, I hate the Rams because they're in the San Francisco division. 4, Rams are inconsistent. Not inconsistent on either side of the ball. You see flashes for a couple series, maybe a game or 2. But in the first 4 games, I'm not impressed and I'm not sold. I will go with the Packers here, winning over the Rams. And then we have the New York Giants taking on the Seattle Seahawks. Seattle is favored by 6. God. F the Seahawks, brother. But this week, they're going to get F the Seahawks, but this week they're going to get a W. Giants, I can't pick Danny Dimes. He's got to know half the time what he's doing. A lot of time gets lucky. Neighbors is bailing him out. But with Neighbors with his concussion last week, I think he's questionable game time decision this week. Even if he does play, I think the Seahawks have too much Geno Smith and on offense kind of come up, and they show the Giants what it's all about. Especially being in Seattle, you gotta talk about the 12th man. You gotta do it, and Seattle pulls it out here against the Giants. And then we come to Monday Night Football. The Dallas Cowboys and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Pittsburgh is favored by 2 here. This almost was an easy one for me, favorite-wise. And we'll talk about that in a second. The Underdog Parlay, I'm going to go with the Cowboys. It's a rarity for me. Anytime I can avoid picking the Seahawks and the Cowboys, I do. But this is money, guys. We're talking about betting, bringing home a lot of money, putting in the account, taking care of rent, taking care of bills, taking care of that date night with the honey. Listen, you got to pick. We know who's going to win. And this week in the Monday night, I know the Cowboys are going to get it done. They're going to go into the Steel Town. They're going to take those terrible towels. They're going to stomp on them, and they're going to go walking away. I don't think it's going to be crazy. Pittsburgh has been showing a lot of vitality by coming back late in games. Barely lost his past game last week to Indianapolis. Indianapolis eked it out. But I got Dallas here. I think Dak has a decent game. Zeke might have a little coming out party finally after coming back to Dallas. And that defense, I think, stands pretty tall against Pittsburgh. So I got the Cowboys winning here. So that's the way I see the week going, guys. So now let's get into the Underdog Parlay. It's where the money is, baby. Let's talk about it. So this week, I already told you I got the Bucks going over on the Falcons. That's my first one. Then I have the Cleveland Browns going over the Commanders. The Colts going over the Jags. The Buffalo Bills going over the Texans. And then the Dallas Cowboys going over the Steelers. All 5 of those teams, the Cowboys, the Bills, the Colts, the Bucks, and the Browns, are all underdogs as of this taping right now. Lock it in. Things can change. And that's the other thing. Someone DM'd me. They said they went to go do it on Saturday, and it wasn't. So obviously lines change, guys, especially close ones. I pick any team that's 7 or under is usually going to get considered for the Underdog Parlay, unless there's something wild, something happens, a quarterback goes down, and I get it locked in before the move happens on the line. What I'm doing here is 7 or under, strategically looking at the matchups, looking at the players, seeing who's in, seeing who's out, where they're playing, taking all that into account. And obviously, the first 4, every week I missed by 2. This past week, I smashed it. I won $2,500. All it is, guys, is a $25 bet. Okay? That's your favorite 4-pack of craft beer and a pizza to watch all-day games, and you could be winning quadruple of your quadruple back of the $25. Okay, guys. So again, Cowboys, Bills, Colts, Bucks, and Browns for $25 this week for just a little money. You can win yourself $1,145 in your bank account at the end of Monday night after the Cowboys crush it. Guys, I'm telling you, obviously the underdog parlay takes a little bit of luck, a little bit of skill, but there's a whole lot of money to be made if you hit. So, guys, thank you again for watching. I'm John Anthony. This is Chair Shot Sports. If you're watching this on YouTube right now, please shoot us a like, shoot us a subscribe. Great place here for football, for wrestling, UFC, and all things sports. Guys, have a great time. Enjoy the slate of games. Enjoy the Bucks and Falcons tonight. Let's go, Bucks. And, guys, good luck and happy betting.